The latest League of Legends champion is Lillia. The Fey Fawn is a ranged champion that deals magical damage and is primarily designed for the jungle, but her abilities allow for a flexibility that might allow her to hold up as both a mid or a top laner. Before we get into more detail though, just a friendly reminder to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you can keep up with all of our esports content. Lillia's passive is Dream Dust, which is applied through any of her abilities and deals a small amount of damage over time. Lillia's Q, Blooming Blows, also has a passive ability. In addition to Lillia swinging her weapon to deal damage to nearby enemies, it also gives her bonus movement speed whenever she hits a target. With it, no champion can easily escape her, and if they get hit with the outer edge of the ability, they'll actually take bonus damage on top of it. Lillia's W is named Watch Out, Eep, and just like the name says, it's definitely a skill to watch out for. She rushes forward for a strike, dealing 200% more damage if the target gets hit with the center of it. Not only does her W have amazing burst potential, it can also help you escape from tricky situations. Swirl Seed, her E, is a seed that rolls forward until it hits an enemy, and it deals damage, reveals them, and slows on impact. The ability has a long range and helps Lillia slow enemies so she can rush them down, and it can also be used to get those last hit kills from afar. Last but not least is Lilting Lullaby. As the name suggests, this ultimate casts a magical lullaby over champions affected by Dream Dust. Those targeted will get drowsier and slower, eventually falling asleep after a few seconds. If this ability strikes you as overpowered based on the fact that you can easily put the entire enemy team to sleep, wait until you hear about its passive. The damage Lillia takes from the sleeping targets turns into a debuff that lets her deal even more magic damage. All of this combines to let Lillia very quickly clear the jungle and set up early ganks with strong damage options. The best combination of rune paths for Lillia is Domination with Sorcery. Jungle Lilias should pick Dark Harvest as the keystone, as it will boost her damage even further. The rest of the Domination path will also give her more lethality as well as some health regen. This will allow her to go from jungle camps to ganks more safely. Sorcery is a fitting secondary path for this AP champion. Nimbus Cloak goes perfectly with the Q passive, giving her even more movement speed for easier roams, and Celerity will make those movement speed bonuses even stronger. Don't forget that runes are meant to be based upon your own personal gameplay preferences, so there are other options as well. For example, someone who wants to fully focus on mobility could go with Phase Rush as their keystone. Meanwhile, someone else who prefers more sustain in battle could even go for the Precision path. Given the fact that Lillia is meant to be a jungler, don't forget to take Smite and start with the Stalker's Blade. Killing Smite can slow and damage enemies, but more importantly, it helps to build runic echoes, giving Lillia AP, cooldown reduction, and mana. The focus of your build should be two things: AP for damage, and health for easier jungling and better sustainability in engagements. Items that perfectly fit her needs are Liandry's Torment and Rylai's Crystal Scepter. If you're solo laning, Luden's Echo is a good option, and depending on your opponents, Morello Nomicon could be a good choice for stymieing healing. The boots you're going to buy depends on the matchup. You can go with Sorcerer's Shoes for better damage, or with Ninja Tabi or Mercury's Treads if there's a dangerous carry laning against you. When it comes to Lillia's gameplay, it's pretty straightforward. Work on maxing your Q for higher movement speed, and then your W for more burst. When ganking, try hitting E to slow the enemy, and then jump on them with W. If necessary, start channeling your ultimate as soon as one of those abilities hits the enemy so that they can't escape. And if things start going sideways, this will also help you escape as well, and sometimes it's smarter to use those abilities to run away to safety. In teamfights, you're going to want to hit as many enemies as you can with your abilities, which isn't hard to do, as you just jump into the middle of them with your W, and then you use Q to tag those enemies that are a bit further away. Once Dream Dust is applied on as many enemies as possible, it's time to make them drowsy with the lullaby and finish them off by putting them to sleep. Lillia looks to be a fun, straightforward, and relatively easy champion to play. She might even be a bit overpowered upon launch, but that's pretty much the standard for every new League of Legends champion. And for anyone who's really interested in Lillia, make sure to check out the Spirit Blossom skin as well, which is coming with 8 different chromas. With all that said, we hope you liked this video. Please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all of our esports and League of Legends content.